Goofy's Radio is yet another cartoon where Goofy is up against this mountain lion. And this cartoon originally aired as part of Mickey Mouse Works and then later as part of House of Mouse. And it was in House of Mouse that I saw it in the 10th episode, Donald's Lamp Trade. I'll be honest, the cartoon didn't really fit in well with the episode itself, but that didn't hamper my enjoyment. I thought it maybe dragged on a little bit too much, but generally speaking, it was pretty good. Goofy is listening to the radio in his home in the city, and the voice on the radio is asking him, wouldn't he like to relax in the quiet countryside? And what I suspected would happen, and I was wrong, I thought he'd go to the countryside and it would be noisy as anything, because countrysides can be quite noisy with animals and nature, and if you're near a farm, tractors and things. But no, he goes there and it's quite peaceful. But he takes his radio with him because he wants to relax, of course. But in doing so, he then annoys the mountain lion because of the noise of the radio. So by escaping the noise of the city, he's actually taken the noise of him, or the noise of the city, with him, which I think is a real truth. People escape from busy city life to the countryside where everything's quiet and calm and peaceful, and they turn it into a jamboree. The same with the seaside. The water is so calming and relaxing, but if you go to the beach in the height of summer, it is anything but. And Goofy definitely represents this, and the lion, this mountain lion, is creeping around him, and I really thoroughly enjoyed the lion in this one. Because sometimes I don't. The character is not one of my favorite recurring characters. He pops up in quite a few cartoons, and sometimes I like him, sometimes not so much. I think I prefer him when he's in his natural habitat. There is a cartoon where Goofy is trying to sleep in his hammock, and the lion has come along and is trying to sleep in the hammock as well, and it just didn't work well for me. Not that it was a bad cartoon, but I just prefer it when the mountain lion is in his natural habitat and he has the right to say, oi, you, move, you're making a mess of my home. And I think that that's just much more believable and much more realistic. Of course, it's more realistic than a mountain lion sleeping in a human's hammock in the middle of a city, but you get my drift. Goofy's Radio may not have felt like it fit in well with that episode of House of Mouse, but on its own, I think it worked really well. I really enjoyed it. As I said, it kind of dragged on a little bit. They could have tightened it up a little bit. But generally speaking, I'd say it's one that's worth watching.